Welcome to Season 3 of the Baby Names Podcast, naming the world one baby at a time. Here are your hosts, the Moss Sisters.
I'm Jennifer Moss.
And I'm Mallory Moss.
And we're the founders of BabyNames.com.
And we're sisters, too.
We are. I want to give a big shout out and thanks to DJ Rick Santos, our faithful announcer. I just love his voice. Mm-hmm. And welcome to Season 3 of the Baby Names Podcast.
I can't believe it's 3 already.
I know. And that we have that much to talk about names, but we do.
We do.
And our first segment is interesting names we found since the last episode. What about you, Mal?
Well, actually, I'm going to start off this episode with a bit of a tribute to an American sports hero. And of course, I'm talking about Kobe Bryant, who was also a great baby namer with his wife, Vanessa. Kobe is a Hebrew name derived from the name Jacob and means supplanter. His daughter, Gianna Maria Honora, who perished with him last week, was nicknamed Gigi. Gianna means God is gracious and is Italian in origin. Kobe and Vanessa's other children, whom we have discussed before in our celebrity baby names, include Natalia, Bianca Bella, and that's Bianca with a K, and Capri Kobe. We are very saddened by the loss of Kobe and Gigi and wish the family and friends healing in the days and years to come.
Yeah, I was devastated. Not really as a big basketball fan, but as a parent. And it was just a horrific accident all around for all families involved. Mm-hmm. Well, my name is, I did an interview with a local news station about a year ago, and at the time, the anchor, Amanda Venegas, was pregnant. All she would tell me was that they were going to have a girl, and it was going to be a place name. Well, I recently followed up with Amanda, and I just love the name she chose for her daughter, Cambria. Cambria is also one of my favorite little quaint towns in Central California. It's over by the coast. It's also the brand of a really good Cambria wine, Cambria, Cambria.
I like it.
And our first episode of 2020 is Use This, Not That. Cool alternatives to the top 15 baby names. We ended season 2 with the top names of 2019, so we're going to pick up on that by talking about unique alternative names that you can use in place of those that are getting too trendy.
Yes, and as you might remember in our naming survey, which is ongoing, by the way, parents said that one of the most important qualities of a name is that it should be unique and not too popular. So what happens when the name you love shows up on the top 20?
I would recommend that if it's already that popular, then try to name storm with some more unique alternatives. So we're going to go through the names one by one. Mallory and I will make alternate suggestions and why we chose them. I also asked our VIP members on the Baby Names message boards community to help us out. So I will be talking about their name suggestions as well.
Well, first we have Liam for boys and Charlotte for girls.
Super popular, #1 names.
Super! And of course we know Charlotte became more popular because of baby Charlotte to the royal family.
Yep.
And Liam just has been a persistent high rater for several years now.
Definitely.
I suggest Niall, Niall, instead of Liam. It's kind of like Liam backwards, but with an N and not an M. But no one would spell his name right. That's a problem. But that's going to be a persistent problem that we see throughout this list is because we're doing alternatives.
What about Niall, Nyle, like the supermodel?
I don't know that supermodel.
Oh, man, you should know that. He was on ANTM. He actually won it. You know that he was deaf?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, my God.
He's a hottie.
Oh, my God. He was gorgeous. That's right.
Right. So what do you have as an alternate for Charlotte?
Well, I actually know a woman whose name is this, and I think it's charming. And her name is Charm, Charm.
Don't you think people will say charm?
They do, and she gets mad.
Okay. A little bit of a expectation name, but yeah, Charm is a cute alternate to Charlotte.
Charm!
VIP member Shannon suggested Lucien instead of Liam, Lucian, and Lisalot. I think that's a mouthful.
Yeah, well, I think it sounds like Liza-lot, or at least it looks like Liza-lot.
Yeah, kind of. Liza-lot, Liza-lot. I think it's a combination between Liesel and Charlotte.
And it can also get confused with slut, I think.
Maybe.
Liesel-lot.
Member Case suggested Lucan. I like that. That's like Luca with an N. And Cordelia or Cecily. Not as popular as Charlotte.
I like that. And I also like, how do you pronounce this member's name?
Case.
And it's Kees.
Right. It's Case, and they do our social media management. Their name is spelled Kees. Case.
All right, Case. Well, thanks for being around and being a part of babynames.com.
And, okay, another member, Kate, suggested Callum, Callum, and Alice as an alternate to Charlotte. My suggestions are Lionel, like my cat's name, and I call him Leo, Lio, and Claudette.
I like Claudette. I think that's kind of cute.
You don't like Lionel?
No, because he's your cat.
But it's a cute name.
Lionel Barrymore and Claudette Colbert.
I got the name from Dear White People, and it's a character name. And the Lionel on Dear White People is just an amazing, strong little man.
Oh my God, can I just make another suggestion now that I'm thinking about Charlotte? And this is kind of silly, but how about Chappelle? Because I saw for the first time in my life the Dave Chappelle show, and it is the funniest show on earth.
For Charlotte?
Yes.
All right, so number 2, Oliver and Amelia. What do you have to say about those?
Well, you know, I know we always say don't go diminutive when we're changing a name or when we're picking a name. We say pick the master name, I suppose you could call it, Oliver, and instead of Ollie or Oli. But I actually think Ollie and Oli stand by themselves. And I would go with one of those names, actually. And then I know an Amelia whose nickname is Millie.
Oh.
So I think Millie is actually a great alternative to Amelia.
Okay. Our member Grace suggested Olden, but that kind of sounds like olden days to me. But then that reminded me of the name Odin. You know, and Thor and Odin, those are big names now because of Marvel. And if you just put an I in there, Olivier would be a good alternative.
But everyone's going to call him Olivia.
No, they won't. Everyone knows how to pronounce Olivier, as in Laurence Olivier, the actor.
Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking we're a little on the old side, honey bunny. And I want to say that Olden kind of sounds like Holden.
Holden would be a good alternative to Oliver, too. Yeah, definitely. Okay, number 3, Theodore and Violet. What do you got for that?
Well, I'm going to go the same thing, and I think you can use Ted instead of Theodore.
Nah.
There's a lot of Ted and Teddies for Theodore, like Theodore Roosevelt, of course. Mm-hmm. But I think that Ted is a great standalone name. I think it's strong. And for Violet, I like Violetta. I think that's beautiful.
That's kind of cute. Yeah. Remember, Grace suggested Lavender instead of Violet. I love that. Case suggested Thatcher and Tennyson in place of Theodore. Now, I know a Thatcher. I used to work with him. Thatcher Wine. I just love that name. My suggestions would be Thackeray, or does that sound like someone is saying Zachary with a lisp?
Thackeray. I don't know.
Or Thaddeus. That's another alternate. Theron is also cute, Theoren, but I go with Case and say Thatcher. It's also an occupational name, which is really popular, meaning a roof thatcher.
Yeah, I think so too. I like the name Thatcher. Good job, Case, once again.
Yeah. Okay, number 4, Declan and Arya. Aya.
Well, for Declan, I say Dexter or Decker. Those are my 2 suggestions. I guess I worry a little bit about Dexter because of the serial killer series that was out about 10 years ago, which was a great show since I'm, shouting out
I think
shows.
that's aging out, though.
You think it's aging out now?
Yeah, more so than the cartoon. I think more people are going to remember the cartoon.
They are not. Dexter's Laboratory?
Dexter. I love the cartoon Dexter.
No, it's going to be serial killer Dexter.
What do you guys think out there? Do you think Dexter will be associated with the serial killer or with the cartoon? I'm going to put a survey up on our page.
All right, I want to know. Okay, and then for girls, I think of Ariana Huffington. So I will go with Ariana.
Or Grande.
Yeah, like Grande. I would not put a Y in Ariana. I would keep it I because it would sound too much like Aryan race. So that's why I'd go with Ariana.
Yeah. Well, you know I love Dexter. I think Decker sounds like Pecker. Grace suggested Desmond and Lyra, Lyra, which is a great alternative.
I like it.
Yeah. Shannon said Lorcan and Adria. I don't know about
like
Lorcan.
Sounds like dorky.
I like Adria. Kate suggested Callum and Cassia. My suggestions would be either Dexter or Darian or Denham.
Denham!
Yeah, or maybe even Dexton, Dexton. It's kind of a combo name.
Dexton just will take off. I think you just created the next big name.
I love that.
As long as it's not Denham, I'm okay.
And one of my favorite names in place of Arya is Isla, Ayla. Isla was the heroine in Clan of the Cave Bear series by Jean Auel.
Yeah, that was a great book. Okay, for our next one, we have Henry and Aurora. Well, I'm doing it again. Sorry, because I think Hank is a great alternative to Henry.
You're using nicknames for the names, and that doesn't count.
No, I think Hank stands alone. I really do.
I think so, too, because it's different than Henry. It's kind of like Jack and John.
It's kind of like Peggy and Margaret. It's different enough that I think it works. And then for Aurora, I really like the idea of Rory, Rory, for a girl.
Not something I could pronounce easily. Rory.
No, not Miss February.
February.
Yeah, would you say Rory, please, Jennifer, for all of us?
Oh, Rory.
Rory! You gotta say it as an old Jewish lady!
That comes out like a New York accent. Hey, Rory! Come in for dinner.
You're gonna make us all wait for dinner!
Rowan suggested Henrik, Henrik, as an alternate to the more popular Henry, and I like that. Liana suggested Henderson. That fits the surname trend. I think I would suggest Hendrix and Aurelia. Oren is also beautiful, Auren, like Lauren without the L.
I like Hendrix as a name, and I also like Aurelia.
Thank you.
I actually do like those.
Cool.
You get some bonus points, sister.
The next pair is Owen and Ava. Mal, what you got?
Well, I would say, I think it's Owain, how you pronounce it.
I think it's Owen.
Owain. You think it's Owen?
Like the actor? Yeah.
Yeah, like the actor.
Yeah, he's also on a news show, The Emergence.
The Emergence. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I like that. Owain. It's a different spelling of Owen.
Yeah.
You can still pronounce it Owen, or you can go Owain, whichever one's going to do anyway. And then for Ava, I suggest Aviella. Aviella. Aviella.
Cool. I like that.
That's pretty.
Member Liana suggested Ewan, Ewen, and Avis, Avis.
Well, it's like the car dealer.
I would suggest, my suggestions are Orion, as in the constellation, Orion, and Avalon, which is another place name here in California. Avalon is part of Catalina Island.
I do like the name Avalon. I think that would be great.
Yeah.
I am absolutely against the name Avis because it's like naming a baby hurts.
Okay. Yeah, it is a brand name.
Or Budget.
Don't name your child Budget, please. Birdie and Budget. I think those two go together, okay? Finn and Olivia.
I like Fyn. Finn.
Oh, that's the same exact name, Mal.
But that's the thing, is that you it's okay if the name is the same, but it's spelled differently. You're about to call Finnick, and if somehow you think Finnick is good, you're crazy.
I love Finnick. That's a Hunger Games name.
Yeah, and it's stupid because it's like finicky.
I can see that. Okay, and what about for Olivia, another nickname?
Shut up. I like Libby and Livy and Liv. Like Liv Tyler, who is Liv and not Olivia.
All right. If you want to get away from the big Finn craze and don't want to do Finnick or Finian, I think Finian is cool, maybe Flynn, Flynn, or Penn, as in Penn and Teller, Penn. There's so many pretty O names that you can use instead of Olivia, you guys. One is Ophelia, although that has been climbing the charts as well. I love Odette, who is the main character in Swan Lake. And the other swan is named Odile, Odile, although she's the evil one. Shannon suggested Octavia, which is a beautiful name, like actress Octavia Butler. And Rowan suggested just plain Leave as in Tyler, like you did.
And I like the name Ophelia especially. And there's a song by the Lumineers, I think, that is a great song about Ophelia.
All right. Next is Caleb and Vivian, or Vivian.
I say you can go Cal, or let's say Calvin, and Vivi or Veronica.
Yeah.
For Vivienne and Vivian.
Our member Liana suggested Galen and Vivica. I think those are great suggestions.
I love the name Vivica.
Viveka. Grace suggested Abel and Viola. And I would like to throw in the anagram Cable, Cable, and also the name Calvin. I think you mentioned that. As for Vivian, I like Vivica, either with an I or an E, Viviana, or Evan, like the actress Evan Rachel Wood.
I am not a fan of Evan for a girl. I just am not. Heaven, maybe. Nevea.
No, Nevea.
I like Nevea.
I watched this YouTube channel where this guy pretends he's like this loopy girl named Nevea, so that's out for me.
I like the name Nevea. I think it's pretty.
Okay, next pair is Emmett and Hazel.
Well, I like Met, M-E-T-T, for boys.
It'd be good for New Yorkers. New Yorkers.
It'd be good for New Yorkers. But I really like the girl name that I created. Thank you very much. Haisey. Hazy.
Oh, but Hazy sounds like Hazy. Like she's in a haze. I'm hazy.
I like hazy.
All right. My choices would be Emerson or Emiliano, or even maybe Emerick, Emeric. And for Hazel, Hazel, Hazelle, or Haven.
I like Hazel.
It's like gazelle with an H.
Yeah, I like it.
Our member Grace suggested Ephraim, Ephraim, and Opal.
Why not?
Shannon said Hemming and Azalea. That's a good one. Sounds like Hazel and is a nature name. Next pair is Benjamin and Nora.
All right, Game of Thrones fans. So, of course, I'm going to say Benjen, as in Benjen Stark. Benjen. You could still call him Benny or Jenjen or Benjen. That's all I care. But I like Benjen. I'd maybe even consider it for a boy someday. Okay, for Nora, I like Oriah or Orion.
Oriah, Oria.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
That could be for Arya, too, actually. We didn't think of that. Or Orion.
Member Liana said Bennigan, like the restaurant. Or
no.
Orla, Orla. I like Benedict, as in Cumberbatch. I think that's an easy alternative to Benjamin. Benetton, like the brand, or Beauregard, and call him Beau.
Beauregard!
I was looking for 3-syllable names that started with B, and I really like Beauregard.
I'm sorry, wait, stop. Don't keep talking. I want to go back to Beauregard. First of all, if you say Beauregard, you have to say it in this British accent.
Why?
Because that's how you say Beauregard. Beauregard! Beauregard, get over here!
Is that your British accent? Okay. Beauregard.
He's a butler.
Okay.
Yeah, please don't name your babies Beauregard, people.
I like it. And Noelle instead of
Pretty.
Nora or Noelia. Or a little name that's kind of out there, Nova, Nova instead of Nora. And next is Ethan and Scarlet.
All right, well, so for Ethan, I have Thane, Thane.
I like that.
Yeah, I really like it. I think it's interesting. It's different. It's an anagram of Ethan, isn't it? Ethan. Yep.
Yeah, that's a title.
Yes. And for Scarlet, I say Scarletta or Carlotta.
Oh, those are good alternate names.
Oh, you mean you like them?
I do. I like Carlotta better.
Yeah, I do too.
And that could work for Charlotte, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good point.
My suggestions are Easton or Espen, E-S-P-E-N. And another combo name is Ethaniel, E-T-H-A-N, like Ethan, but then add A-E-L, Ethaniel.
Everyone's going to think you're saying Nathaniel.
No, I don't think so.
I do.
Rowan suggested the names Gethin, G-E-T-H-I-N, and Adelet, A-D-A-L-E-T.
Is that made up or is that a real name?
It's real.
Oh.
Liana went with Eitan, E-I-T-A-N.
It's Eitan.
Eitan, which is the Hebrew form of Ethan, I believe.
Yeah.
And Soleil.
Yeah, okay. S-O-L-E-I-L. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which means sun in French.
I actually really like the name Eitan. I think that's a really handsome name.
Cool. All right, 3 more to go. Grayson and Isla.
All right, well, I'm just going to start being Letterman. I don't know if any of you guys remember that show on TV. You're probably all too young. But Letterman would come and scoop away a letter or two and make a new word. And I am going from Grayson to Ason, A-Y-S-O-N.
That's interesting.
I also like Ray, R-A... Well, actually, I think I like R-E-Y better, Ray.
Okay.
And then for Isla, I would go with Isle or Islet. I-S-L-E-T-T-E.
Grayson is so over, you guys. Just stop naming your children Grayson.
Please.
So my alternatives would be Greer for a boy or a girl. It's a unisex name. And again, Ayla, A-Y-L-A, or Iana, I-A-N-N-A. I would say Iris, but that's already on the charts. So maybe Ireland, because that's an island.
Okay, it's an Isla. An Isla Bonita.
Or an Isla.
Yeah. Next
is Alexander and Lila.
All right, well, Alexander's hard because, you know, you have Alex, you have Sandy, you know, Alexa, Alexis. I mean, there's so many versions of Alexander that I'm just going to suggest the Russian nickname, which is Sasha for Alexander.
Okay.
And I know Sasha can be a girl, but I like it for a guy. It always makes me think of some big, handsome Russian dude.
Okay. Isn't that somebody with Dancing in the Stars or somebody in Dancing with the Stars?
Dancing in my dreams.
Okay. And what about Lila?
Lila, I would go with Liliana, L-I-L-I-A-N-N-A. Or Lil, L-I-L, like from the Rugrats.
Mm-hmm. Shannon suggested Alasdair. And Lilia, L-I-L-J-A or L-I-L-Y-A.
Lilia.
Case said Aurelius, which is, talk about snooty British names. Aurelius. Actually, that would be...
No, the next one's worse.
Greek. Alasdair.
With a D.
With a D. And Lilia, L-I-L-I-A. My suggestions, and don't laugh.
Oh, I'm going to.
Alabama. It starts with Al and has 4 syllables.
You're going to name a guy Alabama?
Maybe, if I live there.
With a banjo on your knee?
Or Aristotle.
Aristotle?
Yeah. Or if you wanted to just Italianize the name, which is becoming popular, then Alessandro.
Yes. Go with Alessandro. Don't. Please, I beg you.
I like Aristotle, and you call him Ari or Ari.
I beg you. Name your baby Alabama, but if you do, I'll send you $5.
Okay, Everett and Genevieve. This is our last one. This is the top 15 now. Everett and Genevieve.
I'm not sending anyone $5. I retract that.
Oh, man. I was going to name my next baby Alabama so I could get your $5.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with Rhett. R-H-E-T-T, like Rhett Butler. And for Genevieve, I like Janetta, G-E-N-E-T-T-A, Janetta. Or Jeannie, like our friend Jeannie Steinberg, J-E-A-N-N-I-E.
Or I Dream Of.
Or I Dream Of.
Okay, my suggestions are Evander.
Oh, like Holyfield.
Yeah. And Geneva, which is a name I made up. Not Geneva, but that's a good alternate too. Geneva, stressing the first syllable, would be like Jennifer or Geneva. Liana suggested Evren, Evren, which I think is really cool. Rowan said Truett, Truett, and Neva, Neva.
Okay.
Now, Grace also said Rhett, and Georgette.
Oh, Georgette. Cute.
That's cute.
Georgette.
So those are your alternatives to the top 15 most popular baby names of 2019.
Oh, I want to do a shout out on number 16. I met a lovely woman named Elior, Elior, which is actually typically the male version of the name, meaning my God is my light.
Oh.
And it's Hebrew. It's typically Eliora for a girl, but either way, you can go with Elior or Eliora. I think they're both beautiful.
Cool. Yeah, Eleanor is becoming really popular. So Elior is a great alternative to that.
It's beautiful. People, let's start pumping out those Eliors.
Do you have more suggestions for the most popular names or feedback about our choices? Write us at podcast@babynames.com, and we might just read them next time on the air.
And a big thank you to our VIP members who also participated. They came up with some great stuff. If you want to become a VIP member of babynames.com, just log in and go to My Settings to subscribe. VIP members get to add more names to their favorite name lists and participate in exclusive message boards in our Baby Names community.
And help with the show.
Absolutely.
And now it's time for Celebrity Baby News.
Cameron Diaz and Benji Madden announced that they welcomed a baby girl, and boy, does she have a doozy of a name. They named their daughter Raddix, Raddix, Chloe Wildflower Madden.
Oh, that's awful. Wildflower?
Raddix Chloe Wildflower Madden. Raddix was born on December 30th of 2019 at 1:58 p.m. at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles.
Wasn't Miranda born at Cedars?
Yes, she was. And don't get me started on that place. I'm sure if you're a celebrity, it's great. And I'll just say that much. What do you think about Raddix Chloe Wildflower, Mal?
Well, it sounds kind of like Moxie Crime Fighter for the first moment I heard of it, and we all know that that's one of my least favorite names ever. I will say that Chloe is cute.
Okay.
I will not suggest Wildflower as a name.
I'd love to hear the reasoning behind all those choices.
Me too. Were they just trying to be outlandish, or did they have meaning behind?
There must be a reason. Raddix is a made-up name, I think, unless it's a surname.
It sounds like radish.
It does. But she's Raddix Madden.
Raddix Madden.
Like, forget the two middle names. She's Raddix Madden.
Well, that's okay. But really, if you say Raddix Wildflower, it sounds like a cartoon character.
Okay.
So that's my opinion.
Hi.
All right. Now, I love me some Ashley Graham. Let me just say, gave birth to her first child with husband Justin Irvin. They had a baby boy, as she announced on The Ellen Show, but no name information has been released yet.
We'll keep looking for it. Actress and singer Christina Milian has announced the arrival of her son. Christina welcomes her child with boyfriend Matt Pecora, her first child with the French singer and songwriter. The couple have chosen to name their son Isaiah, which means God is salvation.
All right. Well, Carson and Siri Daly revealed the gender of their baby on the Today Show, which Carson co-hosts. He and his wife Siri, an interesting name, but I kind of like it, who is a food blogger, were doing a cooking segment on the show when they announced that they are having a girl. She is expected around March 23rd. Carson and Siri have two daughters already, Etta, E-T-T-A, who's 7, and London, 5, and a son named Jackson with the C-K, who is 10. I love Etta.
That's cute.
It's absolutely darling.
Modern Family actor Jesse Tyler Ferguson is expanding his own family. Ferguson announced that he and his husband, Justin Mikita, are expecting a baby this coming July. Jesse began dating Justin Mikita, a lawyer, in 2010, and they became engaged 2 years later while vacationing in Mexico.
Another TV dad is also expecting. Chris Sullivan, who plays the role of Toby on the hit show This Is Us, has announced that he and his wife Rachel are expecting their first child together. Rachel is a film producer, and they have announced that they are expecting a boy.
Cool. At the Grammys on Sunday, DJ...
What?
I was going to say DJ Salad because that's how Miranda told me how to pronounce Khaled.
Oh!
She said, just make it rhyme with salad because I'm an old person and I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay. At the Grammys on Sunday, DJ Khaled took the moment to share some exciting family news while accepting the Grammy for Best Rap Performance for Hire. He revealed that he and his wife just welcomed a new baby boy a week ago and named him Aalam, A-A-L-A-M. Aalam means the world in Arabic.
How nice. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Singer Ciara is expecting her third child, the second with husband Russell Wilson, quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. They welcomed their first child together in 2017, a girl named Sienna Princess Wilson. Also has a son born in 2014 with her ex, Future, the rapper. They named him Future Zahir Wilburn after the father, obviously. Future's real name is Navadius Damon Wilburn.
There you go. And if you remember, Orange is the New Black star Danielle Brooks gave birth to her first child in November, but didn't give any other details. Well, she's announced that the baby's name is Freya, Freeya, and her father is Danielle's fiance, Dennis Gellin. And oh my God, you have to see this baby. She is the cutest. Check out her pics on Danielle's Instagram at DANIEBB3. BB3 does not mean Big Brother. It's like Danielle in Leet. DANIEBB3.
What is Leet?
Leet is the language that you use like numbers instead of letters and stuff like that. It started with hackers.
Okay, thank you, geek.
Uh-huh.
What does Freya mean?
Well, it could be a variation of the Arabic name Freya, F-A-R-I-H-A, which means happy, or a variation of Freya, which is an Old Norse name meaning lady. In Norse mythology, Freya is the goddess of love, beauty, war, and death.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
I want to be the goddess of love, beauty, war, and death. I think I am, actually.
That's pretty much everything, I think.
What's left? Fish. All right, well, interesting. Well, go look up little Freya. She's a cutie. And congrats to Danielle, Tasty, and Dennis.
Yes. Now it's time where we take questions from you, our listeners. And boy, we're getting a lot of them. Mm-hmm. Here's our first one.
Hi, Jennifer and Mallory. I love listening to your podcast. We're trying to conceive, and it's been helpful in thinking about names.
Good.
I did notice that my best friend's name is not in your database. Her name is Shelly, Shaely, and I also know of another Shelly as well in the same town. I wonder if they were like competitors, like in high school. You know? They were both wanted, you know, the mothers both wanted.
Why are you making up this whole story about the two Shayleys?
Because I think that's weird. Why would there be two Shayleys in the same town?
I know a woman named Tyra Banks who was born in the same town as Tyra Banks.
Wow, okay.
And she gets her mail.
Okay. You have the name Shayle, Shaylee, as a combination of Shay and Lee, but I believe my friend's name is of Gaelic origin, but I am not sure. It seems Google search comes up with the form of Shay. I also have a coworker named Robbie Jean, Robegiene, pronounced Robbie Jean.
Ooh.
And I can't find any information on her name anywhere.
What's so funny?
Of course, there's no name
Not
anywhere.
Not necessarily. It could be French.
Robbie.
Well, we're going to have to look these up for her.
Okay, we'll look them up for you. I can't find any information on her name anywhere. In fact, if you Google it, she's the only person that pops up, okay? But I always thought her name was really pretty, and I thought I should share. Is this one of those made-up names, you think? I also know of someone who named their kid Abby Jean, unsure of spelling, so it might be in this case. Can't wait to see what you have in store for 2020. Thanks, Melissa. Melissa, I just want to say, I know I teased a lot during the reading of that letter, but I love it when our listeners send in letters like this and introduce new names to us.
Yeah.
I think that Robbie Jean is definitely made up. And
I think Shelly is a combination name of Kaylee and Shay, but we will research these names and let you know in a future episode.
And I still think it's sourced out of competitive cheerleaders from high school.
Maybe. Okay. Second letter. Hi, Jen and Mal. I listen to the podcast all the time. I've been name obsessed since I was a single digit. In fact, for Christmas every year, I'd get a new name book. After a while, my mom couldn't find ones I didn't already have. Looks like my bookshelf. People actually ask my opinion on what they should name their child, and I've helped name maybe 12 or so babies. That's so cool.
Go girl.
I'm not a parent, but I did have 3 new babies born into my family this year and wanted to share their names. Stella Ray, that's nice, R-A-E, my niece. My brother and sister-in-law asked to choose between Sophia and Stella. Without hesitation, I said Stella. Ray is my sister-in-law's mother's middle name, who also has the same middle name of my sister-in-law's grandmother, who passed 3 weeks before Stella was born. That's cool. Then Watson Donald.
That's a big mouthful.
A cousin who arrived in early September. I have no idea where Watson came from, but Donald is the name of both his dad and grandfather. Okay.
Maybe like Sherlock Holmes and Watson?
I like that. Yeah. Emmett Paul. There's that really popular name, Emmett. He arrived in late September and is also my cousin. Paul is after grandfathers on both sides. Those are the names of my newest relatives, and they all have a hip feel to them. Sincerely, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle. Great choices. Fun names. I love Stella. I think that was fantastic. Good choice.
I like Watson and Emmett, too. Those are cool names.
I'm curious to know what the last name of Watson is. I mean, is it Watson Holmes?
I don't know. And lastly, I get letters like this all the time. Send me good girl baby names. And so please just don't ask us to send you baby names. We've got over 20,000 baby names on the website.
Yeah.
You can use our advanced search even. We have great ways to look up baby names. I have no idea what you like, what you don't like. And honestly, I don't have the time to answer emails like that. Not even for pay.
You know what? We should send Mallory and Jennifer back every single time.
That would be really funny.
That would be really funny.
Even for boys? I guess so. Okay.
That is absolutely our new thing. If anyone ever sends us an email like that, they're getting Mallory and Jennifer back.
Okay. That's a deal. We have a great season lined up for you, our listeners. Stay tuned and make sure you subscribe on your favorite podcast app so you don't miss an episode.
Thanks for listening. We love our listeners, and we also love our other sister, Sue, and our sister, Kate, who's watching and listening to us in heaven.
Kate, our angel.
And maybe we should mention our own babies. Veronica Lee, I love you.
And I love Miranda Margaret. We don't have to do all our pets now, too, do we?
Well, Mitzi's pretty cute, but no.
Okay. Bye, everyone. See you next time. Love you, Mal.
Love you, Jen. Bye.